alarm on it that if we take it into the prime material plane, it's going to send up a big Kill Bill sirens to dragon folk.
It's more that it's so uber powerful that they'll be able to smell it when it appears, kind of thing, rather than it's
Kill
like,
Bill sirens.
okay.
Or like, they've discovered all of the hunt clues and now they know where the lair is going to be located.
Yeah, something like that.
Pull up their dark vision, blue lightning flashes. Anyways, and other than that, we spend a couple of days trying to get the mermaids and the genasi out, or the genasi to Convex, which is a weird place. And Ambrashmina sends messages to Amin to let them know about the incoming mermaid so they can prepare. And then did some communing to help figure out the best way of dealing with the Heartstone. Seems that it will not be detectable in a bag of holding. There's nothing else of worth taking from Tovox's, so we are clear to return. And Abroshmina managed to divine intervention and figure out where the last two tablets are. And they're together in a frozen area far to the north, which we think are the hinterlands. And we send a message to Silver. He says that he knows of no dragons up there, but he knows the area that she described in her vision. And I think we had 2 days of teleporting Genasi to Convex, so we have one more day of Genasi shenanigans, and then we can go back with the mermaids. Let me pull up. I'm not sure if we can do that all on the same day. Let me double check.
We had a pretty intense...
The last note I had written down was we go to the naiads with the mermaids.
I think I was like, sort of got to the point where we were like, right, well, we don't need to work out the sort of, nitty gritty of it. Like, you guys can get there, and you can deal with the mermaids. Like, I think.
Yeah, I think like part of it is like we were breaking up the days so that Abroshmina could have some
communes and
divinations and things to help us prepare for our return. If everyone feels ready to get to that point where we return to Ashar.
How are we handling the did we make a final decision as to whether or not we're going to tell them about the dragons about the Heartstone?
That was a long conversation that I was part of, so I wasn't writing anything down.
Okay.
I mean, you were part of it, so do you remember coming to a conclusion?
That was also 3 weeks ago, Dan.
I feel like we had decided that we were going to kind of play that one close to the vest and see how it was, but...
I had to close the notes down accidentally, so I'm currently 300 pages out from where I should be, but it's loading, so I'll get there eventually.
I can't remember if we decided to tell them about it. I just remember Abroshmina basically chastising Bryn for thinking that they were trying to take it from us by force if we told them about it.
I mean, there were some fairly strong opinions on either side from the two of you for quite a long time about how much we can trust them and such.
Abroshmina was of the opinion that there was nothing to worry about. So if I'm wrong, we're going to live it down.
I mean, you raised some valid points.
One of these days, though, you're going to be right, and it's going to be awful.
I think I've been right a few times, but okay. It's not too far off the mark.
Yeah. So, you guys can deal with the Genasi pretty handily. Nice. And you are like ready to deal with the mermaids.
More murder.
I imagine somehow like Eli's got a tan, even though he's gold. He's now like bronze instead. But has just been like, because he's had to stay there, just been sunning himself for like 3-4 days straight, and now is like super enjoying and is kind of regretting the fact that he has to leave.
Yeah, I do have a thing to bring up. Like, I can take care of the Genasi and get us all home, but that will take Ambrashmina's 7th, 8th, and 9th spell, because she has to plane shift at 7th to convex, plane shift back to this thing at 8th, and then plane shift the mermaids to the naiad and stuff at 9th, and then were to recall us back at 5th, I think.
I mean, I can teleport us once we get back to our plane with the final time. Okay. I can teleport us back.
Okay.
If we need it. Plus, we also have the string, right?
Yes, but the through. Oh yeah, we can. Yeah. We can string back from the oasis. You're very right. We don't even have to do that. Cool.
I mean, I think we have a bauble everywhere we would want to possibly go, even if we like wanted to go to the dragons.
Yeah, I think we do have a bauble of dragons. I'm not sure though. I haven't been writing down the locations. I probably should have been doing that. Okay.
You got one of the dragons.
Spool and Balls, Opposite Mirage, Shelford, Dwarves, Kitanarai, Etresh Bank, and Jari.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a bank.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
A large hole.
With a lot of money in it.
So then the question is, do we want to do that on the 3rd day and hurry up and get back, or do we want to give Abrashmina a rest and so she's only down 1 big spell slot, or do we want her to burn 8th, 7th, and 9th to get us home, just to get the ball rolling?
I mean, I would like to get home, so we're,
Okay. I am just marking off those spell slots now then.
Okay. So, you teleport yourselves and the mermaids to the Amin and the other lady's name, who I'm blanking on, but I will find shortly.
The druid lady.
Yes. And you arrive to find the desert, Abria. You arrive back in the desert, feeling that sort of intense wave of heat that you haven't felt in a very long time. It's not the same as, the heat of being around hell and whatnot. It's that sun-warmed heat that, for some of you at least, is like a very kind of nostalgic, homely feeling. And you definitely feel like you're back home. The small hut of Abria sits kind of in the shadow of a small mesa, that's the word, just as you remember it, with lots of desert plants and stuff growing near it. And you kind of see her pottering about inside, and though there is no sight of Amin as of yet.
Well, we have 5 mermaids, yes? Yeah. And we plane shifted near the water, I hope.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have to get them to the water immediately.
Yeah, real quick.
I imagine Makoot's carrying most of them, so...
You could definitely get at least 2 or 3 of them, yeah.
Just throw them in the water.
He's got them slung over his shoulder like he just went fishing.
Yep.
There's a big splash, and Abria kind of comes out, like looking out in surprise. Kind of gives you all a smile when she recognizes you. Oh, it's you. And she kind of come over and sort of say hello to all the merfolk. Meen told me what was going to happen. I think it's wonderful that you're helping these people, she says, and like begins introducing them to her. A little while later, you see kind of in the back side of the pool, like swimming up and appearing, kind of breaking the water. He's got that sort of like handsome face and a very easy smile. Kind of gives like sort of Eli vibes in that regard. Like he just seems like a bit of a charmer. He beams up at you all, kind of like lays back like he's in a bathtub, with his arms kind of on the rim, and kind of gives you all a grin. You made it then?
Only got lost slightly.
Oh well, we're not hard to find here.
It is good to see you.
And you. He kind of gives Makoot a nod. Remembering last time you were there. It's been some time.
Makoot is in the water and trying to keep the mermaids afloat, because they're probably not that good at swimming, so without the added buoyancy of Amim's powers, they might struggle.
Yeah, they're definitely like splashing a little, but they're able to hold on to the sides, so they're doing okay, as it were. But yeah, will definitely require some assistance down the line for sure.
Some water wings.
Yeah.
Make them like a little like shelf or something to like kind of like in the shallows or something.
Yeah, I mean, seems pretty confident that they'll be, able to swim in a few days, or at least keep themselves afloat without having to sort of hold on. But this is a new place for them, and they definitely see they're all kind of squinting up at the sun and that kind of thing. Like they got a little more used to being outside in your sort of demi-plane, but it's still a pretty foreign concept to them. You can tell they were, raised in the pool that you found them in. So they are, ironically, a bit like fish out of water, but they are doing their best. And
do you mind if I maybe move a tree or two?
Be my guest. Be my guest. This is our pleasure to help out.
Hey, well, is it Brea there?
Yeah.
Watching? Oh, okay. Can I pull this one out and plant it nearer the oasis?
She just kind of gives you a chuckle and nods, just like if anyone could do it, just pull a tree out. It's Makoot.
Oh, he wasn't doubting his own ability. He was more being conscious of her being a druid, I guess.
Yeah. I got that.
Nature-y.
But she's fine with it. But she's more like just
okay.
A little nonplussed.
So I imagine there's 1 or 2 trees around this pool anyway, but seeing that they maybe need more shade, I'll try pull a tree out, but by the base, so I can keep the roots and then dig a space for it or something and plant it near the water's edge. Would you like me to roll, or does he just work on it as a project?
I think you don't need to roll for the strength side of it per se, but maybe like a survival or a nature check. I'll say with advantage because you've got a druid helping you to just like, you know, successfully plant it and make sure it, you know, has everything it needs.
I choose survival because it's a +7 and not a -2. I'm going to use my inspiration because the first roll was not great. But that's a 19 +7 for 26.
Oh boy!
Rather than like an 11.
Yeah. So you're able to kind of get it quite easily, sort of channeled with the water, so that you can make a pretty damn effective little what's it called? Tree. Like the water is able to kind of come from the oasis and, you know, feed the tree quite nicely. So you think, yeah, you're in pretty good shape. And it's, you know, might take a day or two to kind of root itself in properly, but it's going to be pretty sturdy. Definitely a good support system for them.
There's definitely like he like looks down at the mermaids and like moves the tree a bit to try and put them in better shade a few times, just making adjustments.
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, it's pretty quick that you're able to kind of get this situation sorted. Abria and Anim are kind of like a little love struck with the mermaids. Like, they definitely seem like they've, you know, got a new puppy kind of thing. Like, there's these very beautiful, very sweet little innocent things that, you know, they've got an opportunity to help, and you can tell they quite like that. So it goes down well. But yeah, is there anything anyone else would like to do while you're here?
I didn't think so.
Alright. So is it
having a swimming contest with Makood? No, kidding. It's time for a rematch.
You can always come back when the mermaids are more up to it.
Show them how it's done.
That's my...
So, with that then, are you all planning to head straight back to Ashar, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that being done with the spool to save spell slots? Spool slots?
Spool slots.
Spool slot.
I mean, it makes sense to use the spool whenever we can.
Yeah, for sure. Alright. And I assume you're spooling to the one in the Mirage?
Yes, effectively.
So, with some goodbyes and a blast of light and a rush of air, you guys disappear and reappear back in the Mirage. You land on the sandstone floor, and it's sandy and dusty. The bar is dark. The windows are boarded up. You can see like a few kind of rays of light filtering through it, and there's definitely like a sense that this place hasn't been, you know, hasn't seen human contact for a while. There is like, everything's tidy, everything's been put away, but it hasn't been used in a while. You see like booze that, half-empty bottles of booze that were there when you left, that are still there. And yeah, the place is a little dark.
Is this like months worth of?
Make me
an
investigation check.
Because it was 3 days in the sanctuary and 2 in the hellscape. So we should have only have been gone for a week or so.
That is a 14.
You're not sure how long, but it seems like more than a week.
I like run my finger in the dust along like the closest table. I'm like, we were not gone this long.
Brashmina will send a message to Holly. No, to Kaya.
Sure.
You just hear in the background Maku going, maybe there was a sandstorm.
I thought you were going to say Maku
could have been a storm, my friend.
Yeah.
But yes, sending a message.
Just the same sandwich he left out.
Sending a message to Bryn's mother, because she was the chef. She and Holly were like working here, so I don't think that they would have abandoned the Mirage unless dire circumstances or blah 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 blah. But yeah, sending a message to Bryn's mother and going to say, we have returned to the Mirage to find it empty. Are you safe? Is everyone all right? Let us know. Bryn will be worried.
You get a reply a moment later. Sort of weird to hear Kaya, speaking this much. But she says, "Oh, thank God you're all right. You have been away for a long time. We didn't know whether you were all okay. There's much we need to discuss."
Brashmina sighs softly because not only did she not say how long we had been gone, she also didn't say where we should meet to talk to her.
Well, she's also running out of words.
I know, but she will sigh and look at Bryn and say, your mother is all right. We have been gone for quite some time. Obviously, we need to catch up. I will send another message to find out where they are.
Thank you.
And she'll send another message with another one of her response. And it's going to say, yes, where can we meet you? Is everyone okay?
Everyone is fine. We're with the Six Eyes. You can meet us there, but don't come until night. Don't travel by day.
Okay.
So the windows are all boarded up and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a space between where I can like see through and kind of like look outside and see what kind of state the city is in?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Can I do so as well?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Can I find the breakfast whiskey?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Thanks.
32.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dang.
It's 22. I was happy with that.
14.
Everyone finds the breakfast whiskey.
Yay.
Yay.
You you look out the window to see an empty street. Every other building has their windows boarded up, and a long way down the street, like towards kind of the market square, you can see like a couple of guards patrolling, like sort of very straight backed. And you can see it looks like they're wearing these kind of like black and white, or sort of like a more navy blue, purplish color, really, when you look close, and white, like armbands around their upper arms, and you can see as you kind of look across the street, this big kind of papyrus poster that's been painted and plastered to the outside of this like kind of little trading company that was there for a while, catches your eye. It's got the image of a what appears to be a moon elf. It has the wide ears, the sort of strange kind of alien features, the very large wide eyes, and he's got this like sort of red gem, kind of like as forming part of a headdress, like falling like a teardrop in the center of his forehead, and you just see the word Inashari Trust, like written in massive red letters across both kind of above and below the portrait.
Is it a generic portrait or anyone I would recognize?
Give me a history check. I will say with disadvantage for you. Average Mina, you can have a straight history check.
Okay, I was going to ask if I could see it too. That answers my question. I am not rolling well today. 12.
I got a 13.
I got a 13 if you let me guide myself.
Nah, you guys don't know.
Okay.
If I wander over and have a look, is it...
Makut, do you know him?
Who I think it is.
Because Makut has met a few moon elves. Makut, do you know that elf?
Yeah,
and she'll point out the...
What was the roll?
History.
What type?
You can make it with
history.
Advantage. In fact, you don't need to roll.
Okay. I think I know.
Tyrion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm going to try and find that name. It began in a T. I don't think it was Tyrion. It was
Turian?
Turian something.
Turian Sedarin.
Yes, I just found it. Turian Sedarin. Is it who is on the poster?
It is Turi, yeah.
So he like wanders over with a breakfast whiskey, and like sees you both staring out the window and like trying to get a good view, and he finds a better view but at his height, looking at the poster, and there is like a moment where he just like narrows his eyes, and then he just punches the wall and like leaves a fist print probably, or there's like a shake and dust and sand goes everywhere.
Makut?
So,
What the fuck is he doing on the wall?
I take it you recognize him?
That is the one that took Ederle away from me and Abella. He does not deserve to be on the wall.
Well, it seems we should trust him. At least that's what he's trying to say.
This is not, have I heard of something like this happening with the moon elves before? Like this kind of weird hole everybody up. It's like normally the moon elves just kind of leave us alone because, they don't give a shit about us mayflies.
When Bryn says it says we should trust him, Makota's like, don't.
19, which is good for Mina.
I wasn't being serious, friend.
He understands that, but you also get there's a sense of, like, he deserved death rather being on a wall in front of Makood. Red rag to a bull type thing.
Yeah, so apparently this, meaning nothing like this has ever happened. As you said, they are usually just content to leave you mayflies to argue among yourselves. So this is very unusual.
They wait 60 years and the troublemakers are dead. And they're still, like, boffing each other in the palace.
Yeah.
I suppose this is why we are meant to travel at night. But
I imagine.
How is this possible? It's only been like 5 days. This looks like much more than that has passed.
From what you relayed of my mother's message, it didn't sound like it had only been 5 days.
No, it sounded like they closed up the Mirage because they thought we were not returning. She sounded like she thought we were dead.
I mean, I would hope that's not true. Unless someone told them we were dead.
I mean, if we were gone for as long as the dust seems to imply. Because this is, dust that has accumulated after they have given up. It had to have been months, at least.
Maybe.
Of us missing.
Beyond when...
Is this because of the sanctuary? Yeah. Is this because of the sanctuary, or is it because of us going to Hill?
I don't know.
But Ashmina asked more arcanally. The more arcana folk.
You can make a...
more magically inclined?
There we go. I was trying to say arcana, but it wasn't working for me. I can make a what?
Arcana.
I can make it. I am so bad at those. I'm gonna do it with Eli's dice.
I mean, I know some, like, magic stuff.
I shouldn't have done it with Eli's dice. 8.
No idea.
I mean, I don't imagine we've had much experience of either the pleasure realm, pleasure beach like realm or hell. So
turns out Eli drugged Jewel for a little while just so he could stay and admire himself.
I mean, we do know one person who probably would know, and he's somewhere researching something. Can we get you could message him?
Oh, I could message Goldie.
We have one demon friend who might actually know. Otherwise, we could go to the library and have a look.
I don't think we could go to the library.
You do also know 3 wizards.
One of which we are going to go see in a little while. Should I send them?
Were we able to get a time of day?
Pardon?
Sorry. So I was asking if we were able to get like a sense of the time of day.
Yeah. It's the same time it was when you were out in the desert, which is like mid-morning sort of thing.
Okay.
Do I send the message to... Should I send the message to Goldie, or should I send the message to Deontay? I'm sure they will want to know that we were successful.
Yes, they may be wanting to know what was up with us.
I believe Goldie will, we will ping on his radar soon enough, I suppose, and Abrashmina will use the last of our 3rd level spell slots to send a message to Deontay.
Sure.
Travis Willingham, fingers in the air. We have returned successful. Time appears to have passed much more quickly here than we anticipated. How are things? Hopefully, it is not too late. We are at Mirage. 25 words.
Oh, hey, it's you. Yeah, it's been a little while.
Again, he doesn't.
What?
Nothing.
I mean, he doesn't know exactly. He'd have to go count out, get a calendar out. But
you have to ask specifics.
He says,
yes.
It's been a couple months. But Nahasira said we should expect that, with all the traveling and planes and stuff. We're doing great, though, honestly. Slight dragon issue, but we can talk to that when you come drop off the tablet.
I relay the message.
I mean, what
to
is
the others.
What is this slight dragon? What exactly is a slight dragon issue?
Exactly, and will we have to go to them again?
I mean,
she sighs.
It's not really that difficult for us to get there. It's just...
I know. It's just very...
I would like to know what's happening here in my home.
Exactly, and it, it's been a couple of months, and it sounded like they knew that would be the case, so it would have been nice to have told us that beforehand, so that we could, make preparations and warn our people.
Yeah, I was gonna ignore that.
Well, I am upset about it.
Rather convenient.
I am upset about it on your behalf as well, then. She says, kind of irritated about, that fact.
Oh, no,
because, they knew it might happen, but, our family, loved ones, coworkers had no clue. We dragged people along with us that had no idea that this was going to be a thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And
the kind of thing that you think that they would trust us with.
It's very inconsiderate, I will say.
I heard that tone, Jade.
We could have warned our people not to think we were dead. Prepared our employees for our business for a long departure. Abrashmina is like the organizational side of Abrashmina is very upset about this poor lack of communication from our allies. You know what, Bryn? I think we shouldn't tell them about the stone now, because clearly they don't trust us with all of this information. She's beginning to see that, perhaps we were used to get... It's like, oh yeah, go to the hells, get the tablet, it'll be perfectly fine, you come back and it'll be great.
I mean, they only need to know about the tablet.
Yeah.
Not sure we should be giving them that much power.
No, we're not. Don't have to hand it over to them, they just have to know that we have it.
While they're talking, can Makud, his vision just go up and up and up after it's been several months? Does he see, any activity in the area for the wyverns?
No, it's entirely silent.
So without like his view changing, the ascending stone just like pushes into frame, and it just like rings Jari like immediately, effectively with the stones. Like, are you there? I heard it's been a while. Are the wyverns like big enough to like really ride yet?
Makud sees the silver lining. Yes, a lot of time has passed, but now we have mounts.
Yeah.
Makud, it has been some time. And he'll say, I had to escape to the desert. But yes, they are all big enough to ride, though there is only one who could likely take your weight.
If they're sending the message, Makudo just send that. He gets 3 right with the sending stones. So that is all I need to hear.
Good job feeding them. Abrashmila will. Sorry, I'll wait for you to finish.
He might mention something like there might be like a pause, and then he's like, "Do you or they need anything?"
We are fine. Just tell me when we are to come back, and we will come back.
Makud doesn't even use his last sending. He is completely satisfied.
He sends a satisfied silence.
An emoji of Makud smiling or something.
I'm imagining a 4-page comic of Bryn teaching Makud how to use emojis on his phone and Abrashmina losing her fucking mind.
This is a very inefficient word usage.
He just sends 25 smiley faces and 1 thumbs up. Or 24 smiley faces, 1 thumbs up.
Just imagine
Bryn teaches him the eggplant emoji.
I was gonna say he sends an aubergine and then just loads of crying laughing emojis, and then another aubergine and then more crying laughing emojis.
I like that all his emojis have like minotaur horns.
Yeah, of course.
He will turn around and sorry?
I said this is on Macebook.
Macebook, okay. Founded in Barovia.
By Lord Zuckerberg.
I was thinking by Medomain. Like Facebook, face to the mace to the Facebook.
I like it.
Mace to the Facebook.
It sounds better than Tanith book.
Makoodi's going to turn around and go, the wyverns are big enough to ride.
That is very good news. And Abrashmina will see the sending stone in his hand and then like slap her forehead and pull out her sending stone to message the message Sharat. Because I forgot we gave it to him because Eli was with us. So another message to Sharat. This is just us, like, texting our family as we've come in from a big trip, like, made it home safe. Are you okay?
So you finally got servers again. You got 1800 notifications.
Yeah. But yeah, she sends a message to Sharat. We have returned. We are safe and alive. Sorry that we were gone so long. What the ever holy fuck is going on outside in Ashar? She actually says that she'll use the holy ever-loving fuck.
I am glad you are safe. A lot has happened, but to put it briefly, there was something of a revolt, and it was crushed, and now Ashar is in... trying to find a word other than lockdown. There is a curfew.
Law?
Yeah, martial law would work.
Martial law. Thank you, Dan.
I mean, sure, I said it first, but okay.
You said law, didn't you?
No, I said martial law.
No, I just
there
heard
was some
law.
strangled sound and then law.
Yes.
Might have been martial. Law.
Whatever. Sure, blame the technology.
No, we're blaming
you gotta shake the sand out of the sending stone. Just...
Abrashmina will use another message from the sending stone to ask, was it Riga?
She is complicit. She is now so deeply in the pocket of the elves that she is effectively another arm of the military. Black cloaks are near enough guards, but crueler.
Oh. Abrashmina relays that to what I am sure is the happiest face Bryn has ever made.
I mean, no.
It was sarcasm.
Did they revolt? I wonder. Sherrod miscalculate and move too early?
I don't know. There were stirrings of this without Sherrod's influence before we left.
Yeah.
I think perhaps
they were.
Perhaps it was a response to Declan's manifesto that was gaining some traction in the city. It is concerning that someone who claimed to be so vehemently against the elves that's like, no matter what, she was going to get this done, no matter what the bloodshed, and now she's turned into another one of their pawns. It's worrisome.
That is worrying.
They can be pretty convincing.
Suppose
I'm just concerned.
She did not seem the convincing type.
Well, I mean, we knew that there was something up when we returned. We didn't find her. She had fled wherever.
I mean, and she was sending people to their mines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we knew that there was something there. And we rescued those people from the mines that they had been following that manifesto. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Seems it set that powder keg off a little prematurely. And this is the result.
She had turned against at least Declan's machinations before this revolt, but now it sort of sounds like she was on the elves' side during, which is, the opposite of what she had said she was going to do, but perhaps she was lying to us then, and she had no intentions of ever working against the elves, and she was simply lying to us the entire time, trying to gauge our motivations.
Using us to get to Sherrod?
Perhaps. We did say that was going to be Sherrod's decision on whether or not he was going to do business with her, but we did not stay for the result of his decision, whether or not he chose to communicate with her.
No, I think we just basically facilitated the potential meeting and left, and then we came back. She was gone. And we're going to forget what happened in the basement.
What happened in the basement?
Exactly.
Maybe she just got a taste of power, or even more power, and that was enough for her.
Well, the elves got to her, turned her, offered her money or power, as Makud said.
Like you hear Makud, like he kind of like turns away from the conversation and looks back out the window at that poster, and he goes, "They don't have to offer you anything." And it's kind of like quiet, but you pick up on it.
Yeah. Ambrashmina just sort of nods. And says sometimes they just convince you. If it's just something they want.
Without offering anything.
Yes, we've had this discussion before, the elf sickness.
I know.
It's a bit like how you can hear people's minds. Sometimes it is like I don't know. People say that they just get this feeling of wanting to please whenever one of them is around.
One of my earliest memories of, I guess, Shay's gift is convincing someone of something, so it's not outside the realm of possibilities, my understanding. Been told I'm rather persuasive when I need to be.
Well, what do we do in the meantime? Unless we use the bubble, we are stuck here until dark.
I mean, we could go see Zara and them. And then return.
It might be the most efficient use of our time.
Sit around here with our thumbs up our ass and wait for it to become night.
That might make us inclined to drink, and that probably wouldn't be the best way to sneak around the city.
Just Makud with the breakfast whiskey.
Oh. I mean, we can take the whiskey with us. It is ours, and it does travel.
Great rum on the island.
Do we want to check on the shelf for D?
I don't think we can get there.
But we have this spool.
Oh, do we have a spool that goes there?
Yes, it was one of the locations I listed. Along with Kit.
Mm-hmm.
We can go there without needing teleport or anything.
Didn't we give a spool to the Six Eyes to have?
The ones I have listed down is opposite the Mirage, Selfridee, Dwarves, Kitanarai, Atresh Bank, and Jari.
Yeah.
Question
mark.
Have 6. And I only have 6. That's what I had written down.
So no.
But we can go to the dragons. We can go and count our gold if we want. The Jari one is a question mark. I don't know where that was kind of floating around just because that was the last place we gave it to because he was more mobile. And we gave it to him because he, was going out into the desert and stuff a while back. But
it might make sense to get that one to the Six Eyes in the future if we need to. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, we can go to the Shelfity or to the dragons. Or why not both?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we check in. See they are okay. Because we did have that big meeting with all the people who wanted to revolt before we left.
Oh yeah, the dinner. Oh yeah, the dinner. Yeah, we should definitely check in. But do we send a message first? Are we capable of sending a message?
I would if we are going to be within the city limits, I would prefer to maintain some of my reserves.
All right, so let's hop on over, unannounced and uninvited.
All right then. Shalford, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You guys appear to find it boarded up, as the Mirage is, but it's not dusty. There's signs of life, but not signs of business. And you see Thella comes through carrying a tray, and she lets out a small gasp and drops it as she sees you.
Can Maku try save it?
You could try. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. These are not his strong point, but he's still going to try. That's not bad. 18.
18, sure. You're able to save it.
His hands are the size of the tray, so he was anticipating the shock to some degree, and just comes forward and just manages to grab the tray before it hits the ground. Oh, you have to be more careful.
Sorry, I was not expecting to see you. She kind of lets out a soft gasp and kind of comes and puts, rights the train, pats your arm.
He kind of leans in and goes, "It's okay. Minoru sent a lot of messages today. We were going to say something beforehand, but you have the little bauble that doesn't use any of Mina's power. We wanted to come check on you."
It's been a few months, and you see
That's what we've heard.
Abba kind of comes through and sort of sees you all, kind of claps.
Maku's ready to catch whatever he drops.
But whatever you're away doing was successful?
Oh, you would not believe where we... Well, actually, you would believe where we have been, but it's still tall tale. There was this demon queen and this fortress of black iron and this river of hell souls, and we fought them a lot, and we saved some people who were kind of made out of water and earth and air, and then these fish people, and we spent some time on a beach that was inside a stick that Eli has, and then we're back here again.
Abba says nothing but pours himself a large drink before offering one to each and any of you.
Oh, and we won't even talk about the kitchen. And it kind of leans in and goes, "The girls do not like to talk about the kitchen."
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about the kitchen.
It was
a little guy.
It was horrible.
A lot's happened here, we've heard.
You could say that. Abba kind of has another swig of his drink. It's
what?
Fucking hell, to be honest.
What exactly happened?
Well, it started pretty slowly. There was some meetings and things. People getting together and in some of the taverns and stuff, saying how they wanted to not live under the thumbs of the elves anymore, and well, one thing led to another, I suppose. Those meetings grew. The people got angrier the more they talked to one another and spoke of their experiences. And all of a sudden there was a little protesting, non-violent at first, but it got a bit angry and out of hand. The guards came in, the fucking black logs, they came in, and well, they shut down the whole city, and one of the elves even came out and made a speech that won all the fucking posters. Told everyone that they should put their trust in him, and he's going to lead Ashar into some new bright future. Fuck, it seemed to work for some people, you know. But it's fucking crazy here.
What was the Six Eyes? What was the Six Eyes involvement in all of this?
They got some people out when everything was going downhill. They managed to save some people, but honestly, they were trying to stop the riots. I think they went against what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I always got the sense that Sharat was playing the long game.
He nods. That's pretty much
it. Wasn't going to be revolution in the streets.
Sharat has always been about protecting the people first. He wouldn't have wanted riots.
No. Especially not before he was ready to move. Because guess what happens?
Mm-hmm. He was content to do it the long way, the way the elves do.
I think he understood that time was coming, but like I've been saying, never going to really be revolution in the streets.
Yeah. Well, now it's going to be even harder. There's they're not allowed to go outside, and for the most part, and when you do, it has to be small trips and that kind of thing. But the guards harass you the whole time.
How do they expect people to live their lives and do work and?
They say it's a temporary measure, but it seems like they're just trying to keep whatever control they have, you know.
But people have to be able to, go to work and do their jobs, or, everything will collapse. Like the shelf of tea is boarded up. How are you all doing?
We had some savings, but it's not been easy.
Not everyone is so lucky.
We've been helping out where we can, giving soups and things to people. Della's pot can make lots of food quite easily.
We were told to only go out at night.
If you're trying to travel around sneakily, that's the best way to do it.
Have our names been tied to this at all?
Not as far as we've heard, but we haven't heard that much. Della nods and says, it's been... there hasn't been much communication, I suppose, but there is... people know, I think.
Damn manifesto?
That has been brought up a bit, yes.
I suppose that is one boon of all of this going down while we were away. We cannot be tied through most of the chaos.
I'm not sure that'll stop them doing it anyway, to be honest.
Unless they want to say we stirred the pot and got out when we could.
I suppose. I was trying to look on the bright side. Glad that you are doing okay, that you are helping people where you can. Is there anything that you need from us?
I mean...
money, supplies?
I mean, they have the 10,000 gold or something that we were going to make with for the helping of the poor and the homeless and stuff, right?
Ambrishmina knows of that, I think, but she is still offering.
Honestly,
okay.
Food. If you can get what we can, we're serving a lot of people food where we can, but it's not easy. So, if there's anything you come across...
Makood's thoughts go back to the regenerating pigs in a kitchen that could feed a city worth of people.
I'll be right back. Just abduct
We
one.
don't.
Yes.
Don't talk about kitchen.
Oh no, this is another meme.
That's where the 6 bauble has gone from the spool. The infinite supply.
Can we get some like food?
Yeah, those little nourishing beads, but I think we used most of it during.
Did we?
Oh, I have like 29 crystals of bounty left.
I think you used one.
I think I kind of deducted some amount because we kind of said we used some when we went on a journey sometime, but Makood does the whole patting himself down, but he's obviously not actually got that many pockets, and then goes for the
patting down
the
his
bag.
pectorals.
Effectively, prime beef. He basically empties out the bag of holding / summons up those crystals of bounty, enough food for 10 normal sized humans for a whole day, or maybe 6 including Makood, as it's written here. And he will give him the 29 crystals of bounty and go, you take one of these and you do this, and he just throws it on a table and it goes
yeah, just overflowing with steaming roasted chicken, bowls of broth, vegetables everywhere. Thor drops a pot again. And,
no!
I want to try catch it.
Give me a dexterity save.
16 plus 3 for 19.
You catch it.
You have to be more careful.
Sorry, Makood,
it's only food.
It's like a full roast boar that makes you all feel a little bit sick.
I mean, I don't think we've eaten, which is part of the reason he did this. And he picks up a chicken leg or a flank of boar or whatever and chews on it. I picked these up ages ago from a weird shop in the store, I think. With a creepy old lady, I think. One of the magic stores, anyway.
Oh, yeah. That store.
I think that might have been it. While other people were doing things, I asked Rob what he could just be fiddling around with, and this came out. It was like a tray or a bucket of them, basically. So you could give these out if you want, or have people in. And he's just helping while he's speaking. He's just helping himself to more of the food.
They kind of give Makood a wide-eyed look, but take it. This will help a lot. Thank you, Makood.
That is 28 crystals of bounty.
Jesus.
So enough for 280 people, which is something. And I suppose if you like rationed it out, it might be worth, because that's like a day's worth of food, so it is several meals worth.
Yeah.
Maybe 1,000 people if you spread it out. I don't know how they're rationing, but
it's gonna go a long way, and they're definitely grateful. Alba kind of gives you another manly slap on the shoulder, gives you a squeeze, and offers you another drink.
He will gladly take it.
Eyeing up a miraculous pie that looks very much nothing like the kind of food that he's able to cook when he's here.
Can I ask you something? If it's not too much trouble, can I get you to do something for me with your pot?
Of course. What can I do?
Of course, I'll pay for it. I want to change the Dragon Slayer longsword, essentially making it a short sword for Madar. And I'll pay whatever gold and give a short sword and do whatever I need to do.
Yeah. Let me see. God, we have so many pot-related things. I'm way too late. The alchemy pot. There we go.
In the next campaign, we're going to have teapot-related things.
Oh, sneeze. No. Okay.
Different ceremonies give you different bonuses.
What rarity is the?
It's just rare.
Just rare.
Okay.
Uncommon. Rare. 500 gold. That costs.
Okay.
But yeah, you are able to very easily have that done for you, and are gifted with a beautiful Dragon Slayer short sword, though it probably won't be ready for a little while.
Okay.
What else can the pot do?
Imbue items with spells, make items +1, recharge spell slots, repair magical items, transfer enchantments, infuse with properties of raw materials, etc.
But she can't, like, combine enchantments from something, right?
How do you mean, sorry?
Well, I was just thinking, like, I have the, do carton worm armor that has, like, fire resistance, and, like, the boots of the Winterlands, I can't, like, combine the boots of the Winterlands cold resistance into the worm armor.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's two different.
Yeah, but the worm armor is fire resistant via a non-magical property.
So I could.
So you could.
And save myself an attunement slot.
Yeah. Wait, the
boots of the Winterlands are attunement.
Yeah, and the armor.
The armor is not, no.
But it would become attunement.
It would become attunement?
Yeah. It's the same.
You've combined the properties of both into one attunement item.
So it would be the armor, which has natural fire resistance, but also has magical cold resistance.
And the stuff about moving through snow as you like sled your way through on your breastplate?
Yeah. Because I was just thinking, because like I gave up the spell guard shield for a little while we were in Calland for the cold resistance, and so I was kind of hoping to get the cold, but like I can't have the cold resistance boots of the Winterlands and the spell guard shield, or I have to figure out what to give up attunement wise. I suppose.
He needs cold resistance. Why do you need cold resistance?
Because we're about to go to the hinterlands again.
No, we're not. We're not going anywhere near the hinterlands.
You don't think so?
No, we're gonna send someone else there. We're gonna get a B team to go there.
Pull out that one-shot squad that we had.
Oh yeah.
Well, in the one shots that we had. Wait, which one?
There was the one where I played the Magini or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I played the dwarf.
Send Maya to the hinterlands.
Yeah. Yes, please.
That seems like a bad time.
Maya meets Rose.
Oh god, no.
I don't know why you said that.
Because only so much asshole can fit in one room.
The Mantle of the Watchers, that is a magical effect on the mantle, right?
Yes. Just for your guys' benefit, I'm going to put the hot stuff in there.
So here's another question for the DM types in the room. If you have magical armor that requires attunement, if you are not attuned to it, what part of it are you not benefiting from? The magical benefit? So like if I don't, I can combine them but not be attuned and basically just not have the cold resistance while I'm not attuned, or?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the armor value still because it's still on you.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's like imagine kind of the other way around. Like you have a really fluffy coat, and it's magical. And if you don't attune to the magical, the coat's still very fluffy and warm.
Yeah, I think I might do that. Can anyone else use the Spellguard shield? I know Makud could, but you've got the hammer things, so you probably wouldn't. And Bryn, you wouldn't because you dual wield too, right?
I already have the Scarab of Protection that gives me advantage against saving throws against spells, which I think is what that shield does. Actually. So I'm good. But thank you.
Yeah. I think I might commission Thela to combine the Boots of the Winterland into the Wormhide armor.
How much is...
Give it
what rarity are the boots?
The boots are... Where are my boots? They are uncommon.
Then that will run you 100.
100?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, done. And while she's working on that, Abrashmina has the old breastplate that she had beforehand, so like armor class won't be changing. I just won't have the benefits of the fire and the cold until she's done with things. So how long will that take her?
I'll say to have both yours and Bryn's done, because she's not really got anything else going on at the moment. Will take her a day.
Okay.
Sweet.
So we can go visit the Kitanurai and then go visit the Six Eyes and then come back and pick it up and be golden.
Pretty much.
Ish. Okay.
Oh. Sorry, we spent 3 days or something in the Paradise Plane. Could I have done some more reading with the Manual of Bodily Health?
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know. Basically, I have another 27 or so hours or something I need to get done, I think.
You could probably have done that, depending on Makood's attention span, if you think you could have done more than 8.5 hours in a day.
And, his attention span is pretty pathetic, and he had mermaids to look after, so there's 29 hours that he needed to do over 3 days, and he wouldn't have hammered it. He's more like a Kaylee, where he would say he's done his time, but he hasn't actually done his time.
You know, Dan, it's like these little things that show that you're listening to me, even whenever you're not participating in the conversation. That really makes me feel good.
I see all. I hear all.
Oh, great.
Just because I'm quiet doesn't mean I'm not paying attention. I always take notes.
Always, on everything. How long do you think? Maybe 4 or 6 hours at most, probably. It was a Paradise plane. Maybe he had more concentration because it was a Paradise plane. I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of a you thing to decide, to be honest.
It can be done, or you could have a little bit of time left to do now that Abroshmina isn't transporting Genasi around.
I think 6 hours is maybe the most he would do in a day, between sunning himself with Eli and swimming with mermaids and whatnot. They're quite distracting things.
Drinking, don't forget the drinking.
And the drinking with Bryn. And Madar. I'm sure Madar has a tipple, but she's the responsible drinker out of the three of us. And Eli, I suppose. Because Mina's busy. She's a designated driver. She can't be drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abroshmina is the only one that didn't get to really enjoy Paradise.
Unfortunately. and you wouldn't want to drunk dial your guard, just communing.
Or would you?
Would you? Maybe fun. You'll get better answers to more interesting questions.
Eli is not.
So that means 11 hours left. Into listing. Cheers. Sorry, it just kind of occurred to me. I have a lot on this character sheet.
You know what? I think I am going to do something weird. I am going to unattune to the Staff of Healing so that I can be attuned to the armors. I'm going to have to use my real spell slots to heal you guys now.
I want this on record for when one of us dies, that this moment happened, and I went, what?
I'm in Camp Jade.
Well, I mean, okay, or should I unattune to the mantle? Because that's just an extra 2d10.
Wait. I mean, both are crazy good.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Why are you unattuning to either of them?
Because I want to have cold resistance and fire resistance at the same time.
It doesn't change that you have to be attuned to the boots, though.
I know! I have to unattune to something. It's either the spell guard shield, the mantle, or the staff of healing.
I feel like the spell guard shield would be my choice.
Yeah, I feel like the healing is why we invite Mina places.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I know where that one heal is going. Makood, You've always been there for me.
Oh, wait,
I have plenty of hit points.
Remember.
I need healing.
I seem remember nearly losing a character because you thought you forgot to prepare healing spells. It was this game, but I distinctly remember. Oh no!
There was just a moment.
Think
No,
I prepared that.
I believe you.
I think it was Tanith.
I think it was Tanith. She's a life cleric. You were like, oh no, I don't have any healing spells prepared, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to fail some death saves.
I mean, obviously that's not the case because as a life cleric, I always have them.
Yeah, we found that out after I mentioned it.
That's why I panicked. I didn't remember choosing them, and I forgot. It was because I don't have to choose them; they're always there.
I mean, you play your character how you want to play your character.
Final unattuned.
I'm not gonna shame you.
I'm feeling pretty shamed.
I mean, good. I mean, no, you shouldn't.
What we really need is some sort of boon that gives you another attunement slot. Then, like, your problems will just be solved. I think there's only some like really powerful dragon god we were gonna resurrect. I don't know.
Wait, can we like bargain the red stone for more attunement slots?
I just need to get like, a couple of levels of artificer in or something.
I also wanted to mention
we've got transmuter stones that we can
for fire resistance.
I have one. I'm
have
silly.
You got one? I thought you didn't have one, and it must just have been me and like.
Oh, that's right. It's Eli. Eli has it. That's right.
Well, take it back from your NPC boyfriend.
Nah, he can have it, I guess.
Is he not resistant to fire? It's like a.
I think he had it. He was using it on concentration.
Well,
because we weren't in the icy stuff anymore.
Maybe he can try focus, and you could have fire resistance.
Maybe it'd be less distracting.
Icy stuff.
Anyways.
I also just wanted to point out that I think when Makood looked at the poster of Turin, you said he has like a red teardrop gem.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure Makood is basically wearing a circlet with a red teardrop gem like in the center of it. And, with all the other gems, because Makood made himself that crown. So I don't know if he immediately realized that or not, but he is like proficient in gemcraft, so maybe he would have noticed. But I just found it hilarious that now his arch nemesis is wearing something that is exactly the same as what he's wearing. How do you know?
It's a nice gem.
It really ties the whole ensemble together.
Maybe I'll have to add it to his crown after I beat it off his head. By it will take a day, will it be done when we come back at the night time or something to go?
Yeah, I asked that.
Okay, cool.
You'll go talk to Kita Narai, come back and talk to the Six Eyes, and then we can come pick it up.
Okay.
Tomorrow's.
Before we go face dragons.
Oh, I was thinking no worries.
Phase dragons.
Well, before you fight the dragons.
Yeah, we can go talk to Kitanurai. That's not facing. Well, I mean, it's facing dragons, but it's not, facing dragons.
It could be facing dragons.
I feel.
You're far too. What?
We're
good.
No, I feel like if we were in danger of having to fight, like Deontay would have been a bit more. What's up, babe?
What? he would have been a bit shadier, sketchier, and made us go,
yeah, I don't think that's
maybe
possible.
we shouldn't go.
I don't think that's possible.
As opposed to being, come on, guys, come back. We can't wait to see you.
Oh, Jade!
Dang
it! Why are you doing this again? No.
It's my nature.
Oh, that was maybe top Jade moment of the year so far. Just, it's my nature. Just like arch your fingers.
Yeah, that was top 10 for sure.
It's 2021. You can't start putting her in the top 10 now. She's got a long way to go.
What the fuck else has she done this year?
I mean, that's how you build a top 20 though. Like you started like with the things, and then you gotta eventually like weed some things out. Then you gotta get some fan polling going on.
I'm a fan.
Now I'm kind of wondering what my top 20 moments were for 2020.
That's why I keep a list.
I mean, it doesn't count if you write it.
Who else gonna fucking write it?
What, you're gonna write your own top 10 C moments?
Exactly. No, I'm not going to.
How much of it is it intelligible, or is it mostly like C noises?
And now I'm feeling called out.
I have a list of top 10 C things.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, now you gotta share.
Like literally. Well, it's literally just the first like 7 things are just like C noises.
Now I'm feeling made fun of.
God damn it, I can't even tell a joke.
I was being sincere. I really was wondering what am I doing here.
I mean, it was a long time ago, and 20 is a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, that was like last year.
I know.
Anyways.
Okay, yeah, we got a game. Let's do this. Let's go get betrayed. I mean, let's go see some dragons.
Oh no.
Okay.
I've just realised that Makud was so stealthy because he has the booties of Elvenkind on, so Thaler didn't hear him come in at all.
Exactly.
He will bid them adieu, finish his drink, or several drinks that he's been given, grab something for the road, because it's just going to go to waste.
He picks up a chicken leg, but the rest of the chicken comes with it.
Perfect.
So he's just like, okay.
And then he will get his chickeny, greasy fingers all over the spool because it's magic and it doesn't suffer. And then they will spool away to Kitanarai.
You appear in the great audience chamber of Kutanarai's island. The golden dragon is present, curled up kind of on the like open eyrie, looking out across the ocean, and when she kind of hears you show up, she turns to look at you all. Doesn't look surprised. You think she's probably Deontay shot her a message to let her know you were coming.
Or Silver, yeah. Because Silver got that message while we were in the plane. I wonder what time it was when he got that message, because that was like the first day in there, you know?
Yeah.
He's already found what we were looking for in the
hinterland.
And she kind of stalks her way over to you all. You have returned. Were you successful?
Sure.
That is good.
A lot of time has passed.
Indeed.
That would have been good to know before we had gone. Brushmina says, kind of staring the dragon down.
She kind of cocks her head and like leans in close. You did not know that would happen?
It would have been our first time traveling the plains. And so a little forewarning would have been nice, so we could have made preparations and, warned the people that care about us that we would be gone for so long.
Well, I assumed that as you had the ability to, you would have known that. My apologies.
Do I believe her?
Make an insight check.
I'm gonna use inspiration. Damn it!
My passive insight isn't enough to...
18.
You believe
My
her?
passive insight is a 22.
You believe her.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Just ate chicken. Crunch.
It was a lot of undue stress to many people who care about us. They thought we were dead.
That must have been hard.
Probably would have.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Because we told them we were going to be gone for like a day or two max. And so when we did not return for months, they assumed the worst.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry. But now you are here, there is much work to be done. Deontay and Nahashiro should be joining us in a moment. There is much we need to discuss. It seems this problem was rather more imminent than we at first realized.
Do you mean?
Go ahead.
When we used the wormfill potion, we saw many dragons, but we managed to perfect the recipe somewhat, and with our new, more powerful potion, we were able to see that, in fact, there are far more chromatic dragons than we at first realized. And it seems that many of them, if not all, are slowly heading this way.
To this island?
To Lament or Ashar. We're not sure, but they are heading towards us.
It is a big bit of a difference.
They are not on places in Neath that I've ever seen. They are not in Shaokun or Ducata or Lament, Atresh, Ashar. They are further afield.
But you know they are coming this way?
She nods.
Well, would they be more interested in Lament or in Ashar?
Well, in Lament, there is me, and there is my island. In Ashar, there is Nahasira's horde, and the Black Heartstone. And if I were to guess, I would say that is very high on their list of items to obtain.
What was the Black Heartstone?
Yeah.
It was something that Nahasira was guarding, and when we asked about it, she got very insula. Is it the Black Heartstone? It belongs to one of the Black Towers?
The Asterix.
It was a stone that gave him power?
I do not think he has ever acquired it. Nahasira was able to keep it from him, and that is why we were able to fell him. But you have heard of Strathmorn's power when he had the Red Heartstone. You can only imagine the horror that the Black Heartstone would wreak.
What happened to the Red Heartstone?
It was lost in the Plane of Fire, I believe.
Is that what you want to make?
Pardon?
If it weren't lost.
If it weren't lost, then it would be a very dangerous item indeed. If Strathmorn was to get a hold of it again. She shakes her head.
Is there a way to destroy these Heartstones?
Perhaps, yes.
Why has Nahasira not done this with the black one?
Because if there is, then we have not yet discovered it. But in our experience, at least mine, there are very few things that cannot ever be destroyed.
It benefit us to be able to destroy one?
I believe it would. It takes a great deal of risk away from what we are dealing with. You hear the door behind you open, and Nahasira walks in her like 7.5 foot tall human form, with Deonte walking beside her, and he's in like a hula skirt type get up, he's kind of blended in with the local dress code, it seems, like not really wearing very much at all. He gives you all a wave.
So why haven't we tried to destroy it?
We have been searching for ways, but we are worried that if we let it stray too far from Nahasira's protections, then there is greater risk it will fall into the wrong hands. But we have spent hundreds of years searching for ways to destroy it, and we are yet to find anything.
Is it tucked away safely?
It is more safe than anything else in this earth, I would wager, Nahasira says. I have kept it very safe, hidden deep within my hoard, behind locks that I don't believe anyone could break.
What ways have you tried to destroy it?
The first way was with fire and with magic, but there have been countless attempts, countless magical weapons and great destructive objects that were said to be able to break anything or crush any object, smash any gem, burn any diamond, and yet the Heartstone stood firm against all of this.
Perhaps Makut needs to try.
You are very strong, Makut. But
crunch, crunch, crunch.
I feel like given our current predicament, destroying it would be a priority. Unless there's another reason that you don't destroy it.
There is not. If I could destroy it now, I would. But we simply do not know how.
Are you able to wield its power?
She snorts, and there's a blast of very hot air, And it's not like a laugh, it's like a kind of gasp of horror almost. She shakes her head. No. No. Not me. Not ever.
So do I believe that?
Give me an insight check.
Is it because it's from a black dragon and not a red one?
That is the key issue, yes.
What is the silver is no? What is the black equivalent and the metallic? Is it?
There isn't really one.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh no, black's acid.
Bronze.
Is that bronze? Yeah, bronze is that? No.
Bronze. The laughy ones is I think right.
Yeah.
The charming one, the charmy dragons, which they don't have a bronze grace.
No, it's copper.
Copper.
Nasira's bronze, yeah.
Oh. I thought she was brass.
Oh yeah, she's brass. My apologies. Yeah, it's bronze, you're right.
It's a 24 insight.
You think that the black heartstone in particular is probably like reprehensible to her, you know? It's like a Lich's phylactery Horcrux type deal. But like other ones would be less so, but you think she seems kind of wary about, you know, heartstones in general, given how her sort of mortal enemies have used them to like you kind of get the impression she kind of sees them like dragon steroids, you know, like that shit's bad.
I don't need performance enhancers.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
I mean, I think I could give it a go. The killer is pretty good at killing things. Do you think the dwarves could do something? They can make weapons, like this one, and he swings Varak into the air, and there is that heavy kind of whoop, 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 whoop.
Wasn't there something special about that anvil?
They have a lot of special things down there. Make magical things, maybe they can unmake it.
We have tried many famous magical items, but so far nothing has worked. If you're willing to risk your hammer, then I believe it would be worth a try.
He like narrows his eyes. What has the gem done to the things you've tried to destroy it with?
It has rendered them useless, destroyed them in most cases.
He now snorts in horror. No, my precious dollars. Clutches them all, my children.
Clutches his hammers like pearls.
He holds her gaze. Maybe I can get the dwarves to make me another one.
Dwarves, I need a hammer.
You definitely wouldn't risk their hammer.
No, they would be pissed if I hit it with their blessed hammer. I don't think it Mooties is strong enough. Just, you know, some random Afrites +1 summoning thing. And like the Pillar of Enthris is like his ancestors thing. Too valuable. Maybe we can circle back to that idea.
When I get a new shittier hammer.
It has to be good, but not quite this good. Like,
it needs to be good, but not have sentimental value.
Yes.
It needs to not contain the essence of my ancestors.
Make me a hammer that I do not love.
You can have an inspiration for that line.
Thank you.
Make me a
Forgive
hammer.
me for circling.
Sorry.
Forgive me for circling back to this, but I feel that it's important. You could wield the Black Heartstone. You just choose not to?
I believe I could wield it, yes. I believe any of us could. She, motions to Nahazira, clearly meaning dragons, not us.
Mm-hmm.
It is not something we would ever resort to.
And even in your... on the verge of losing everything? My power doesn't tempt you?
If I resort to using the Black Heartstone, then I've lost everything already.
But surely it would be better that you would use it to keep it out of these other dragons' hands.
Were I to use it, I could perhaps defeat the others, the terrors, but then the thing I would become after that would be far worse than they ever were.
And all the Heartstones are the same thing? Red one or whatever?
The black is the darkest, but all of them give too much power.
So hypothetically... No, I'm kidding.
Would you wield any of them?
She kind of draws her head back. I do not think so.
Abroshmina kind of looks at Bryn with a C look on her face, but it's subtle.
Red Heartstone is not lost.
What? Nahazira and Kitanarai and Deontay as well, all kind of in unison.
Forgive me, but I had to be sure. Well, I have it and it is safe.
You found it.
It seems that Tovaxo is not just collecting tablets.
She had a great many treasures. Some valuable to me in a personal nature. Sorry, what?
She said that is worrying, that it was in Tovax's hands. But
it's not in her hands anymore.
That is very good.
She doesn't have hands to have anything anymore.
You took her hands?
No, she's dead. I meant she's dead.
Oh.
I am not good at this banter.
Yeah, you really kind of implied that we cut her hands off with the way you kind of phrased that.
Is that when you got confused when I talked about the mole mountains?
Oh my god, not the mole mountains. Right. So anyway,
crunch in the background. Is it chicken? Is it Tovax's hands? They'll never know.
I wanted to be Tovax's hands.
It is safe. And I intend to keep it exactly where it is.
And where is that?
Kind of gestured to my bag of holding.
She nods. If you wish for us to secret it away, we would feel that is the best course of action, but we will not take it from you.
To be honest, I really don't want to keep it, but I'm afraid of what happens if I remove it from this bag.
And they have a bunch of other very sentimental things in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a really nice bag, and I mean, I could take the other things out, but I don't think I'm going to get one that's going to match my boots quite so well.
Really ties all my other accessories together.
It goes
closes her eyes slowly and kind of lets out a sigh. You could just say no.
I could have. This is kind of a serious moment. I'm just kind of, trying to like.
You are talking
the
about
mood.
The aesthetic qualities of your bag.
Yes, which are quite pleasing.
The color does not fit.
Oh.
You want to go?
Anyway, so, I mean, we're in agreement then that it's probably safest here. It's my understanding the minute it comes out of this bag, it's a beacon.
Yes, Strathmorn would be able to detect it, that is certain. But if we have it, then we do not need to worry about him finding it. And that is very good news.
And as far as he knows, it's lost on the elemental plane of fire, correct?
That is where it was last seen, yes, but as far as he knows,
he has no reason to believe that I have it.
Well, exactly. So
as long as I don't go running around talking about it. Yeah, I really have no intention of dying.
Don't let anyone take your scaffolding.
Now, why would you put that in the universe?
It's me, because the bag of holding snatcher.
Because catharsis exist.
I'm the snatcher, coming at you.
I'm gonna snatch.
Good ref.
I want it to be known that I have a 25 passive perception, and I am at all times hands on the bag from here on out.
Passive.
I know where that bag is at all times.
Quick, everyone.
Where is the spider when I need him?
You didn't check on your spider.
Damn it.
Or your unicorn.
Just go outside.
I'm a horrible mother.
This is why I don't let you have a saber-tooth tiger.
Fuck you.
I think that spider now lives in a part of town and is some sort of crime boss that has just taken over.
He just has a cult.
And the unicorn is like his pet on the side.
He's stroking
it.
So you
Salacious Crumb.
Got some puppet.
Yes, the unicorn is the Salacious Crumb, yeah. And there's a giant fat spider just. Oh, no,
small dog. Well, I mean, he's probably got like a human puppet, basically.
Yes.
That speaks
for him.
Yeah. His C-3PO.
His name is Tony.
Anyways.
Alright.
When Jabba had that Twi'lek behind him.
He's a spider. How is he going to talk and or get his orders out? That's why he's got a human to
Mm-hmm. Human.
Now that we've settled the red Heartstone, I don't feel like we're going to get shanked over it.
You're accessorizing. Makota's going to ask, can only dragons use the Heartstones?
I have only ever heard of dragons using them, yes.
There is a moment's pause, as he is thinking, that doesn't technically answer his question, but he will hold on to that information.
She did say yes at the end, so like,
oh.
she said as far as she knows, yeah, only dragons can use them. But she wasn't going to be like, yeah, it's definite fact that only dragons can use them.
Good. Your moment is coming soon.
I've never said that.
Yeah, she said, as far as I know, yes, basically, which means not impossible. She did say.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly. Just keep that one in the back pocket.
We need to get the black one.
I just have to roll a really high con save to not be disintegrated.
And you can have the black one, and I'll use the red one because it's fire.
Infinite fireballs.
Yeah. Mina, we gotta find you one too.
Alright.
The necklace of fireballs becomes like literal fireballs just around your neck that you can just throw out infinitely.
Just Makud and Byron in their giant fire forms battling it out. But what was I going to do? She'll say, it has been some time since we have heard anything from the others. Silver we have spoken with, but we have not heard from Declan in a while.
Was he not with you?
He was carrying the egg north.
Isn't he with a dragon?
Initially, for part of the journey, but only as far as Rythis Peak. Rythi was sent to hunt other dragons who might join our cause.
Oh.
We know where he was heading after that.
Only that he was seeking out the egg's home, Ardis's secret mountain dwelling, wherever that may be.
Sorry, what was that bit?
Ardis's secret mountain dwelling, wherever that may be.
Is that the mountain in the hinterlands that I had messaged Silver about?
We do not know, but it seems...
How long ago was that, by the way?
The message? You sent it on the first day out of hell, correct? A few days.
Okay. The time distortion was only while we were in hell, so we didn't add weeks onto our time distortion by hanging out in the sanctuary for a few days. Okay, good. I feel good now. I feel better.
Also, that
what was the name of that peak? Ardence.
Ardus is just the old king of the dragons. So it's wherever he used his old hideaway, his bat cave, but they don't know where it was.
That's the one in the hinterlands?
They don't know.
Oh. Sorry, then I am confused. What is the artist stuff about? I thought they were talking about Silver.
Ardus was the king of the dragons. But he had a secret home, and the egg you found, Declan left to go and try and find that
okay.
home. Completely unrelated, you have seen, potentially completely unrelated, you have seen that there are 2 tablets in a cave in the hinterlands.
Okay. Did I tell Silver that? No, I didn't tell him that the tablets were there. I just asked if he knew where they were.
Yeah.
Okay. Abrashmina will send a message to Declan.
Okay.
Upcasting, because she's running low on spell slots. Let me just mark that real quick. Boop. Declan, it's Mina. How are you? Are you alive? Are you pooping? No. Are you alive?
Everybody was thinking that.
Are you alive? And well, where are you? Why? Where are you? Are you alive?
Just repeating.
Just over and over until the message is done.
Are you pooping?
Is Ardis pooping?
Mm-hmm. How's the baby?
There is no response.
Oh.
Well, shit.
I could do some praying about this, but I feel like that would be rude in the middle of this conversation, so.
If you feel you need to.
Unless they really.
It
is useful information to have.
Okay, then Brashmina will excuse herself to a quiet corner for you all to continue the conversation while she'll begin casting. I think it's divination is the one when I get the message. I will double check, but she's preparing the one through the little cards that she got.
Mm-hmm.
The one she needs to get answers with.
The one she needs to know the answer to the question.
Yeah, the one where she gets more than yes or no, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No. What are you asking?
No, please continue on without me. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just a little verklempt.
Well, that seems serious.
Yeah, that sounds real bad. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Sure, everyone does since he had the egg.
It is very important that the egg is not lost. And
yes. Perhaps they are going to wherever mystery dragons are going to wherever Declan is.
That may be a possibility. We must be careful. If the egg is lost, then it must become our highest priority.
Do you guys know any dragons in the hinterlands?
We do not.
Or Cape?
We were asked this, but we do not.
Well, I mean, it's Silver, but
Silver asked them.
I didn't know that.
I mean, he would, wouldn't he? He would ask his 2 mums.
I mean, sure. He's a bit of a dick, so.
He's not.
Wait, what happened?
Jay just called Silver a dick.
Hey, I said he's a bit of.
For why?
Because I can.
Oh, Jesus. Someone woke up on
You're
the
busy
wrong side of
talking
the
to your
year.
god. Jake can talk behind your back all you want.
I do whatever I want.
So it just like appears behind you.
New year, new me.
I heard you were talking about.
I mean,
Um,
shit, run.
okay, see, what were you going to ask?
With the divination, short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen, she is going to ask if Declan core and the egg are safe.
The egg is safe. Its bearer is lost.
Oh. Oh no. Like, does Abrashmina get the sense that means that Declan is dead? Okay.
It's not that he doesn't know which direction to go. It's that he's gone.
I could have sworn I was supposed to take a left.
Yeah, just with a map. Damn trader did me in. This is terrible map of Hinterland.
And it's just like an Ashar map upside down with hinterland scribbled on it, spelled wrong.
I swear I've been past that mountain 3 times by now.
Abrashmina will say something has happened to Declan, but the egg is safe. I feel as though he has passed beyond. She looks like visibly upset. I believe he is dead.
Should try to find and tell Ethan.
Brashmina nods. She is back home in the Thoin, I think. I can send the message, but I would prefer to wait until we can find out exactly what happened to him so that I can answer any questions she might have.
I can scry on him, Katanurai says, and perhaps we may be able to find his location.
You hadn't done so already?
She shakes her head. I had scried on the egg and seen it ensconced in a cave, but I could not see Declan there.
Perhaps he got it to its final destination after all.
If it is safe, according to a god, then maybe it is where it needs to be.
Actually, sorry, might be retcon that slightly. She scried on it on the egg, but the scrying on the egg failed.
Oh, okay.
Might be.
Well,
But
you
the god said
scry?
it was safe.
Can you scry on a dead person?
Perhaps something he carried. That's a thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the lens he had on him constantly.
Sure.
His ring of earth elemental oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Loot the corpse. Just need to look up the table that she needs to try and scry. There's a table, right? Yes. Yeah. First hand.
definitely. Although it's a location, so I don't think there's a save. I think it just happens if she's searching.
Oh yeah.
He's no longer a person. He's
Oh my god.
He is an ex-parrot.
Yeah. He is an object now, according to D&D rules.
Yikes. She pulls out a font, and the water goes crystal clear, and she kind of casts some magical sigils with her breath, like wisps of smoke kind of twisting and curling into like these glowing runes and the like, and the font shimmers, and they see the head of a blue dragon, and for a moment you're sort of looking at it in confusion, and then you see that all the way down its neck is a gash that appears to have like the neck is almost split in two, as this one line has kind of gone down almost to its heart, as though someone's like run a sword along it. And as you look, you see Declan lying beneath the dragon, like covered in snow and frost, so you can't see much of him. Like his hand, like still kind of thrust, holding the sword that had cut the dragon, but unmoving. His skin, well, you can't see his skin because he's all bundled up, but yeah. He's deep in snow.
Can you teleport there now that you have seen it, Bryn?
You can certainly try. You wish to go now?
It would perhaps be best if we wait.
Do we have time to wait?
Well, I am willing to accompany you if you insist on going, but know that if we encounter any dangers there, I will not be much help.
Out of character, is it insanely risky making that jump on like third-hand knowledge or whatever it is?
Well,
in character, Makood is probably.
Doesn't Declan have something that Makood made him that he also made something similar for everyone else? So we have like an object that would tie us to him, technically.
I mean, to him, but not to the place you're jumping to. Because he's not
a creature, he's an object according to D&D, as someone said already.
That was a very nice Richard Adewale impression there, Rob. Yeah. I watched the Big Fat Quiz show last night, so.
Because you're jumping to the destination, not the creature. And if you have something of the place, then it's easier to go. But...
You know nothing of the crunch.
Yes.
I mean, it's risky to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
it's
we were,
definitely, I would say that.
Go ahead.
Is that description, seen casually, viewed once? I think those really are the same. Viewed once in description.
Yeah.
You'd
have viewed once for sure.
On the plus side, as long as we don't get shifted to another plane, I do have Word of Recall still prepared, so I can always take us back to the Mirage. Worst comes to worse, but
there is like a 26% chance by the looks of it.
Yeah, there's a 26% chance of me actually being there, hitting the actual target. Off target is not too bad. I mean, less than 50% chance for mishap.
Yeah, 43% chance of mishap is humongous. Keep
said
trying.
Less than 50%.
I know. But I just like the similar area because if you go to a snowy, rocky place, we might end up in your home again.
Alright, guys, I was just really craving this one tavern's food, and I must like overridden all sense. Yeah. But it's that way.
If you roll a 1, we're all converting these characters to Dunhollow and continuing this.
Or I don't know, a similar place where a dragon has died? Where are we gonna go?
I can fight all over.
All I am saying is that I would have the 5th level to get us out with a word of recall. But
I mean,
that is about the highest I can go right now.
Well, you have the spool.
A word of recall is like instantaneous and fast and all that other stuff. So if it's super dangerous, like we teleport inside a dragon, as long as I can see everyone. So now everyone hold hands and don't let go, because if this goes sideways, we are getting out of here very quickly. No. Like, I am willing to go because Abrashmina is the type that, well, she's a bit more practical than Tenet, I suppose. I am very low on spells because I have spent all of it getting the Genasi and ourselves home. At least all of our higher level ones. So if we run into any danger that might be near Declan's body, then it will be up to you all. Because not only have I burned out my highest level spells, but all of my 3s are gone, and one of my 4s because I've had to communicate with so many people today. So it would be dangerous if we came across any danger, because I am tapped, as one would say. Eli's fine.
Could we convince? Can we convince like Deontay to go with us?
Is there anything that the dragons can provide that would help narrow down the danger of the teleportation?
I'm afraid
for a small moment I thought you said Beyonce then. And
I did too. It took me a second. I had to correct it in my head.
They cannot.
20th level bard Beyonce over there.
Could Deontay teleport us? And it would be, I don't know if I want Rob rolling, but at least Jade would still have her high level spell if Deontay did it.
I mean, it's like a 7th.
It's like a 7th. You only have one of those.
Yeah, but I also have the 8th and the 9th to go after it to be just fine.
If we want to... Oh, okay. I'm willing to go if you all are.
How... So, the issue is how urgent is getting that egg?
Yes, we don't know how long he has been dead. The dragons did
say that it was the priority. But we're not going to where the egg is. You want to go to where... Do you want to go to the egg or do you want to go to Declan? They may not be in the same place.
He would not have left it far from himself, I don't think.
I mean, Kit cannot see it. What does that mean?
So...
Oh, hopefully he didn't put it in the bag of holding while he was... Oh, if he put it in the bag of holding and either it is already dead because it's been in the bag of holding for too long, or it is going to die because it is in the bag of holding and soul is suffocated. We don't know how long Declan has been dead.
I think one of the points of him going with the egg was we couldn't put it in the bag of holding because of breathing issues, or was that a different egg?
Right.
No, that's
okay.
this egg.
That's this egg. Okay. So like,
can't
he
be scryed
shouldn't
on.
have unless he really needed to.
It can't be scryed on, right?
Not that it can't be, is that it failed, which is concerning. But I was told that it was safe.
Does that mean it is somewhere else, not here? Declan found a place to put a cave that was protected.
We don't know that.
Oh.
But you do know that
okay, so this is what we do.
Safe.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to ask. We're going to have to ask Declan.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Point of order. If we do wait until tomorrow, as long as he has, if we go tomorrow, we can do more than ask Declan. We can bring him back.
Is there a time limit on that? Is it?
Resurrection is dead for no more than a century. That didn't die of old age. That isn't undead. If the soul is free and willing, the target returns to life with all its hit points.
Text just popped up. Sorry for the inconvenience, Mina.
Just
now tell us where the egg is.
So do we need to message and be like, would his soul be free and willing?
I mean, I can do some more divination things, but
at the very least, you know where he is. You can get there. Hope. You know we're going to have to speak to him. Which means that going there and coming back is less likely. So it probably would be more beneficial to wait.
Yes. If the Kitanurai and Nahasira aren't like barking at us to get going now, I think we go take a nap.
I think that is wise, Kitanurai will say. We do not know what dangers are faced there, and if your god says that it is safe, then I trust him. But I am eager to find it.
And we will. But as much as I have enjoyed your hospitality, I would like to go home, see my family, let them know that I am not dead. Perhaps enjoy as close to a home. Unless you know where the Six Eyes are currently holed up and can get us there immediately, I think that's something we're going to have to take care of on our own.
I'm pretty sure they're still in the underground sewer base, Deontay says. I've been down there a couple times.
Could you teleport us there? Or are you spent in that regard?
I could do it. Yeah, no worries. But out of character, you guys did give a thing to Sharat, so he may have taken it with him.
No, he doesn't have an orb.
Does he not?
I guess.
No, because that's what
we had this conversation about it.
We had this conversation. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I had the debate about the last one is Jari ? I don't know if we gave that to them after Jari went into the desert or not, but I cannot remember. That is all.
I feel like we gave one to him, but
I think he has one, yeah. Because it was like if you know we need to. Yeah.
It would have been the Jari one that you would have given to Sharat then.
It's not going to be home. I don't think it was Shalfa D. It's not going to be the dwarves. It's not going to be Katanara, and it's not going to be the Atresh Bank. So it would have been the Jari one. It was written at some point that I put these down, but if you want it to be there,
I'm content with it. It is Makood's spool.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go to the desert and visit Jari. No, I can change it to 6 Eyes if you want.
It's up to you. I have no problem traipsing through the sewer and talking to him. I kind of like being able to teleport to Jari and getting our wyverns at some point, but
I think Deontay can get us to teleport us to the
exactly
sewers if we need him to.
Okay.
That's how
Right now.
I think that
we can make a note to eventually get him one.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then, unless there's anything else you would like to do here, you will be teleported. And,
not unless they want to give us some magic items.
And as there is no more business here,
exactly.
we will end the session at that point.